Savage bitch. In your trap and take over. Name another bitch that's colder. I just bought a brand new Rover. I don't even drive no more, I got a chauffeur. Took off, man, they asking me to slow up. Getting wiser and my money getting older. I'm that bitch, I ain't even gon' hold you. I'm that bitch, and I thought that they told you.
What's up? Oh, y'all, I'm on my way to work. It is, as you guys can see, it is a night shift, babes. And I said I wasn't gonna vlog a work vlog this week. I was gonna give myself a break, but I'm working with one of my favorite coworkers. Excuse me. So I was like, yeah, I'm vlogging tonight and tomorrow night. I'm gonna put them two together because I worked night shift both nights. Oh yeah, and an update about my school, about my exam. We no longer have to go on campus for that exam. So I just didn't understand, like, why would we go to campus today for 1 hour review and then just for me to drive 30 minutes all the way back, come to work, and then, you know, go to school the next day, pull up our laptops and take the exam on our shit. Like, I don't understand that, but we ain't have to do that no more. Taking it at home. So that's that. We're just walking to the building. I'm walking with a little pep in my step because we low-key, did I lock the truck? Okay. I have a really fucking bad memory. Like, I be forgetting if I lock the truck. So I always run back and check because I don't want nobody in my shit. Period. So we are just gonna walk in. They're gonna take my temperature, blah blah blah, stuff like that. But it's actually, hello. It's actually chilly, and I ain't got a jacket on, as you can see. But I don't feel like putting it on, cause then I'll be hot, and y'all, I don't feel like being hot, honey. So I could just feel us running around tonight. But as long as it's with my bitch, I don't care. Not my bitch, but well, yeah, kind of my bitch. Okay. Hello. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So 10:03. Oh, I still gotta get some nursing shoes. I want to order some other stuff. Hello.
She called it big.
You coming in here?
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okie dokie, so we here. So where my sis at? Did she got a phone with her? I gotta wait for her to come down. So I'm not gonna go up and she's not down. Cause it makes no point for us to go up on the floor not knowing where that person is and they didn't take a phone. So it's just pointless. It's working later. It's time for the clerk to shape my line makeup. Let's shake that. This look like a new card. Let me go look at this card. I'm gonna shake my mom's neighbor. Oh, okay, so since we're not doing anything right now, since I'm by myself, Angel's here. I ain't seen no stuff right now. Yeah, she's here because her keys got the same pepper spray I got, so I'm about to set up this computer. Okay, so sign out. I gotta restart it. Okay, so you guys want to know more about the paperwork side. So, okay, basically like what I'm doing when I'm doing the paperwork is I'm pulling the log for the entire hospital except for the ER. How can I put this? Okay, so you pull the log. I think I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how I pull the log without showing any information. The reason for me to pull the log is because, like, how can I put? I'm trying to think. When you pull the log, you're basically seeing who hasn't been stuck, who needs to be stuck, what time they need to be stuck, what they need to get done, and stuff like that. So you need, because without doing the paperwork of phlebotomy, how do you know who to stick? How do you know how important the test is? How do you know which tube to get? How do you know which patient to get? Like, how do you know that without doing paperwork? So with the paperwork, we just pull a log, which is a paper of all the patients, not all the patients, but all the patients that need to be stuck, or what time they're going to be stuck, or like their future test, right? So some people pull the log 3 hours. Some people pull the log for their whole shift. Whole shift meaning on my afternoon shifts, I'll come in at 1 to 9:30. Some people will pull the log from 1 all the way to 9:30, and they go off that, right? Some people pull the logs 3 hours at a time, like 1 to 3:30 or 3:30 to 5:30, and then so on. Because I feel like it's best to do it like that, because if you pull the whole log for a whole shift, things can change. That test can be canceled. You can stuck somebody for no reason. That person can add a test. The doctor can add a test. So that means you already stuck this person based off the whole, the first log you pulled off of, right? So you stick this person, you got one test, but you didn't get extra blood. So you need to go back and stick that person because you should have got this test as well. That's why you don't pull the log for the whole shift. But night shift is totally different from day shift or evening shift. Do I got eye boogers? What? For night shift, you do pull the whole log for the hospital because it's just like, that's where morning rounds. Morning rounds means the same people get stuck for the same test. It's called therapeutic. That means every so often they get these labs done, which is basically every morning, like around 4 a.m. So you have to get those tests as well. So for night shift, you pull the log from 11:59 all the way until 6:30, and then you just go up there and stick these people. But as you come down and you bring your blood down and stuff like that, you want to put it in the log. You want to put them in the computer. You want to receive their stuff, put them in the computer, and you want to pull another log just in case doctors added tests or canceled tests. You just want to be up on your game when doing your paperwork. You really want to be up on your game doing your paperwork. And like, we have made a list where we have certain nurse draws, so we know who's a nurse draw, so we won't go into that patient's room, try to stick them, or can't find a vein and stay there for like 30 minutes trying to find a vein and trying to get their blood when the whole time there's a nurse draw. Now the nurse is not gonna say nothing, all right? They're not gonna say nothing. So with that being said, we call every floor. We make sure that, okay, this person's a nurse draw, this person's a nurse draw. Each floor we ask CBT, which is like across from the hospital. We ask the second floor, third floor, fifth floor, and nobody's on sixth floor. That's dialysis. So we call every floor and ask who's your nurse draws and who has time test and stuff like that, right? So you want to make sure you do that so you don't waste time, because you want to get all the sticks you can get at night, because you're basically sticking the whole hospital at night. So you want to make sure you get all your sticks. So it's just me and the other girl tonight. So I want to do one of the bigger floors. That's what I want to do. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm not going to get every single room I go in, but I'm definitely going to get some rooms. But the video will be so long if I try to get every single room, because the patient sometimes is sometimes it's not as easy finding a vein in every single room. So that the video will be extra long if I put every patient that I stuck. So that's why I don't do that. I put some that I feel like, okay, y'all need to know this, or I want to show y'all this, or okay, this is a good stick. I'll do that. But I also did put some that I missed before, so you guys know I'm not the best sticker in the world, but I am trying to learn. Look at me trying to show off my tattoo. Anything else did work. Oh yeah, you want to make sure you get your time test when the nurse said what time they're due, because you don't want somebody to tell you if there's a time test. That means the person's about to have surgery, discharge, whatever the case may be. It's an important test, and that's why they give you a certain time to take it. Not every tube of blood is timed. Yes, they're going to give you a time that they want you to take it, but not every blood sample is a stat. And some nurses over exaggerate the stat. That's why they teach you which ones are actually a stat, which is like PTTs, the pink tube, the troponin, the renal. Like those are like stats, because they're done every so often, every few hours. So those are really timed. I hope I said that right. Like those you have to get at a certain time. Like you can't be like, oh, okay, I'm going to get it in 30 minutes or whatever. Okay. Or you can't go get somebody else's test that's not important before their test that is important. So you got to get the important ones done first. So that's why we make the phone calls to see which the nurse draws and stuff like that. What else? With paperwork, you want to make sure you write down patient refuse. If a patient refused, make sure you cover your ass and be like, okay, the patient refused, so nobody don't be like, oh, nobody came up here to stick them, because the nurses be quick to motherfucking be like, nobody came up here to stick them. I didn't see nobody. They didn't come to me. They didn't say that the patient refused. Just like nurses try to cover their ass, try to cover yours as well. When a patient refuses, be like, okay, all right, that's cool. I'm gonna have to let your nurse know. So you let the nurse know, and then she be like, okay, whatever. Boom. Make sure you get her name. You come back down to your paper log. You go to the patient that refused, write patient refused, and then put RN such and such notified. Period. Point blank. Please do that, because these nurses will try to blame everything on the lab, and then the lab will blame it on the phlebotomist. So make sure you cover your ass. If a nurse says, okay, say you go to a floor, and the nurse is like, oh, that patient, you don't need to get that patient. You can just go ahead and cancel that. Make sure you get her name and you write it down in that log. The patient, what test is canceled, and the nurse name. Make sure you cover your ass, y'all, because these nurses, some, I'm not gonna say all, some of these nurses don't give a fuck. So you gotta cover your ass, because it's just like, all right, honey, all right, calm down. So that's that. So nurse draws, patient refuse, test cancels. Oh, and if the patient is out of the room, for the paperwork, you want to write on the log which patient, where they're located. Like if you go to a room and there's no patient in there, be like, okay, there's no patient in there, and you go to that patient's nurse and be like, okay, so where's this patient located? And if she act like she don't know, if she act like she can't tell you, if she act like she don't remember where the patient went, then you make note of that. Patient out of room, RN, put patient out of room, RN notified, and then put their name. Because you don't want to make it long, the message long, you want to make it short. So just put patient out of room, RN notified, RN such and such notified. Because you don't want to be like, patient out of room, the nurse don't know where they at, RN such and such. Because that's going to seem kind of, just keep it cute. So, yeah, make sure you do that. So, nurse draws, patient refuse, patient, oh yeah, and if a patient refuse y'all, patient fucking refuse. Because there's some of these nurses that be like, oh, because one nurse, I was like, she don't want me to stick her. I said, she don't want me to stick her, right? Told this lady she don't want me to stick her, right? So, the nurse told me, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. She's crazy, or she's not in her right mind, which they love to say. Y'all, I'm thinking she's in a med coma, which means she can't talk, she can't do nothing. But she was moving and talking, right? So I was like, okay, maybe she don't know what she's talking about, right? She don't. Maybe she just out of it, right? So I went back to stick this lady, and she said, I told you I don't want that shit. I told you I don't want that shit. You don't need no more fucking blood. I said, oh. Y'all told me this girl don't know what she talking about. She know what she talking about. She know I'm here for to get the blood. So I try to get the blood, right? Y'all, when I say she scratched the fuck out of me, she scratched the fuck out of me. Like, the fuck out of me. Like, I was like, I said, I had my lab coat and stuff, but I'm trying to stick her, and she grabbed my arm, scratching me. I said, y'all need to come in here and get her. Y'all need to come in here and get her. Hey, JoJo. How are you?
Good.
Good. I just got here.
Huh?
I just got here.
You just got here?
I'm waiting on her back.
So you're working night shift now?
I work night shift and evening.
Oh.
Well, because I'm in school, so she's trying to work with my schedule. So this lady scratched the fuck out of me. She scratched the fuck out of me. Y'all, when I say I was trying to stick her, like, I put the tourniquet on her. I was feeling. And she was like the hand I was feeling with, she was like, right? And I was like, okay, I need to get this blood. This nurse said I can get this blood. She's out of her right mind. I'm thinking like, let me try. So once I get the alcohol, because I felt the vein, once I get the alcohol and clean it, bitch, she scratched the dog shit out of me. Like, that was an I want to bite scratch. Don't hit the patients. Don't hit the patients at all. Don't hit them back. Don't nothing. But she scratched the fuck out of me, and she was like, I told you. No, ma'am. Y'all need to come get her. Y'all need to come get her. I just started screaming. Y'all need to come get her. She's scratching me. Y'all need to come get her. She's scratching me. Because I don't know what the, even though I got my lab coat on, I don't know what the fuck is under the damn nails. Like, I don't know. Don't fucking scratch me. Don't fucking hit me. Y'all need to come here. I said, you know what? This is giving me a lot of bad energy. I'm gonna just move on to the next person. She was like, no, we need, because it was a time test. She was like, no, we need the blood. I'll hold her down. You'll hold her down. Matter of fact, y'all got straps to hold these patients down. You talking about something? You gonna hold her down? B. No. Put them straps on that lady and I'll stick her. Now you hold her. I said, oh, you got straps. You need to put them things on her so I can stick her. And so she put the straps on her. Girl, she only put one strap on the arm that I was sticking and left the other arm open. Like, this lady won't go knock my shit. You hear me? Like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, I didn't know. I said, you had to do something with the other hand. What was that about? Ooh, speaking of bugs, I gotta tell y'all what happened. I said, you gonna have to hold the other hand because I'm feeling threatened right now. So she held her hand and I got the blood. Y'all didn't ever go back in that room. The lady damn near beat my ass. I said I can't do it. Nope. Okay, so now we're gonna go to this bug situation. I know it's all over the place, y'all, but I'm trying to talk to y'all about y'all. I was sticking the patient right. If you know me, if you know me, I'm scared of bugs. I'm terrified. Like, I'm terrified. So I'm sticking this person right. And she was like, there's a big ass roach behind you. Me like, this motherfucker crazy. She didn't just tell me there's a bug in the room behind me. She didn't do that. So I'm like, we don't play about bugs. I don't play about bugs. I said we don't play about bugs, right? She was like, I'm not playing on for real. Y'all, I turned around. This roach was so motherfucking big. It looked like a fucking toy. And it had wings. I didn't know the motherfuckers had wings. I did not know the motherfuckers had wings. He was a big ass, stupid ass, doodle brown ass roach. He was like this big. I'm not even exaggerating. He was big as fuck. And you could, like, you know how roaches, the reason why I didn't know roaches had wings because it's like attached to your body. So this is the roach. His wings was like lifted up. I said, you know what? When somebody's sticking you, you don't be like, there's a bug behind you or there's a big ass roach. You don't play like, you don't say those type of things, because now we got to share the bed. I said, because we gonna have to share the bed, because at this point I'm frightened. The needle, we still getting the blood. I said, you know what? We might have to cut this short. She was laughing, like, she was like weak. I was dead ass about to leave her with the blood still going, or I was gonna get in the bed with her. I was like, yeah, that's enough. We got enough blood. So I got like at least like the minimum for each tube. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to see you next time. I wrapped it up, put the band-aid on her and stuff. I was like, yeah, let me get out of here. And that motherfucker wasn't moving. Oh my god. Oh, I'm scared of bugs. I'm terrified. I hate them shits. But yeah, that's my little story time. I almost knocked myself out just then. I'm really not my coworker before I pull this log. No yawning. I want to show y'all, but I don't want to show y'all like to where it's obvious and people know I'm recording. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all. Hold on. So this is what we use. So I'm gonna log in real quick. So then we're gonna go to general laboratory. Hopefully nobody's bothers me while I'm showing you this. And then to print out the thing, we go to orders. We go to reports, like batch, and then we go to create. And this is where we put either our start time, which is 0. We'll put 0. We put 4 zeros right here, and then we'll put the end time, which is 3 hours from now. And then we click add, and then we click iPad add, and then we print it out, and then it prints out. And then we create a batch and all this other stuff. So this is how we do that. Now that's the only part that I can show you guys that don't show any patient information. So everything else I can't really show you guys. So yeah, I can't pull a log until she comes down, because I don't know what she has, and I tried to text her. So we're gonna come back, because I don't want this to be a whole bunch of, don't be like me. Alright, so we're just gonna wait on her to come back, because at this point I've been sitting here for 39 minutes and I text her so I can go help her, but I don't see her. Where is she? Okay, she texts me back on what floor she's on. And y'all, something weird just happened in the lab. Okay, so we have an African dude that works for us, right? And he basically was asking me how my weekend was and da-da-da. And he said that, he told me that his wife and his children was getting on his nerves. And I'm just like, oh, okay. All right. He asked me if I had a boyfriend and stuff. I was like, no, I don't want one. He asked me why. And then he was like, he could set me up with somebody from Africa. I said, what? Oh man, they're trying to set me up, Lord. So I was able to get everybody, and I still have my mask on. So I'm just putting the patient's plan that I got. I got all 12 people. So yeah. And I'm sorry I didn't take y'all on the floor. It was just I was trying to get all these patients done at a certain time.
The next day.
Was that one? And then my last question is, do you have any nurse draws? I can fill a 5. Just 2. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, bye.
They be quick to get off the phone.
So, okay, this what happened. So, it's gonna come out the house of whatever.
Okay, so we are going to be doing 2 floors. I'm going to try to give you guys some footage of me going on the floors, but of course I'm not going to get everybody. Right now I have around 14, 15, 22 patients. So I'm not going to be able to show you guys every single room I go in because that's time consuming. Hello? Hi. I'm here to get some blood. Cassian? My name is Denai, okay? Let me see your wristband so I can see your name. Where's your wristband? What's your name? Okay. I'm glad you could tell me because they didn't put one on you.
Yeah, I had one on.
It came off? Let me see.
Yeah, baby. My name is.
Yes, ma'am. At least we got that straightened out, huh? Cause they sure left you without one on. You see? You know?
I know my name.
Okay.
Just like you do.
Okay. You got a little vein. That's what you do? Oh, you need to hold on my hand? I'm gonna stick, okay? Don't move. Alright, that's it, honey. Alrighty. Alright, y'all. So we got everybody. Every person. So now I'm about to go downstairs and receive everybody, but we got every single person. And I'm so happy. Do my dance. Do my dance. I'm not gonna lie, this straight hair is something serious because you gotta keep playing with it because you gotta make sure it's not looking crazy. That's the only thing I love about curly hair. You ain't gotta keep playing with it. Y'all, but our cart, I would show you my cart, but it's like patient information everywhere. But it's so overfilled with tubes and empty labels. Like, I'm happy. Just know practice makes perfect. Because I was so slow when I first started. I could barely get 5 patients in like 30 minutes. Oh shit, god damn it. Ooh. Now I'm getting like, because I went up at 12:30. No, we started at like 1. And it's 2:39, and I got everybody. Now, usually, when I first started, it would take me until 4 a.m. to get everybody. 4 a.m. 4 hours to do one floor, which would be like the most 12 people. Now it don't take me that long. So hopefully, time will get even better and even shorter. Because I'm feeling this time, baby. I get to go sit down and relax early, baby. Yes. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and get up here so I can see. Okay. Okay, so I just received, ooh, I look pudgy. We just received everybody. Shit, I'm tired. I would show you guys where we would put our tubes, but then that would be showing a whole bunch of information, and there's a lot of people back there, so I didn't want to do that. But when you get done receiving your stuff and you know putting the times and stuff in the computer, you go put them in like chemistry, hematology, blood bank, blood cultures. Like you put them where they're supposed to be. I can't really show you guys that because. But that's what we're supposed to do. As you guys seen, when I was in one of those rooms, I said that the patient didn't have a band on. Usually when a patient can't speak or whatever, I look for their band. But if the patient doesn't have a band, you can either one, go to the nurse and ask them, hey, is this patient? What's this patient's name, birthday, da 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 da. Two, you can look at the medicine that they're like their drips, because their drips will have their first and last name on it. So you can always look at their drips and see if it's this person that you're supposed to be sticking. Or three, you can be like, hey, what's your name? So in that situation, she was she could talk and stuff. So, homie, yeah, are you?
Yeah. I asked that question. I think it's a caring partner. I feel like it's also a care partner. I used to ask you all the time. I thought you tried to be partner like you work with?
No. But so if they don't have a wristband, you can either ask the nurse. You can look at their drips. Their drips are supposed to have their name on it, first and last. I think it may have his birthday, but I just looked for their name. I think it does. It has like a whole sticker on it, so it should have their birthday and everything. If you can't do none of those, then ask the patient, hey, what's your name? If they are awoke, they're not in a medical coma or anything like that. So that's what I did in that situation. I asked her what was her name, and I looked at her drips. I would have showed y'all, but I can't show y'all her drips because it's got her name on it and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to say that just in case y'all run into, you guys are new phlebotomists and nobody taught you like what happens if they don't have a wristband. Now when you do draw that person's blood, you're supposed to tell the nurse, hey, your patient doesn't have a wristband, they need to have a wristband. The nurses will get annoyed, trust me, but you're doing your job. And if they be like, well, how did you take their blood if they don't have a wristband? Because you know that's the smart mouth in them, not all of them. Then you can just be like, well, I checked their drips and I hope that she's on the right drips and it's to the right person. So you can just, you know, a little snap back for you. But yeah, it is 3:25 and I finished both of the floors. We are waiting to see if we have any more patients. I'm getting tired. So I might come back to y'all when we're in the car. I might end the video. I'm not even lying. So we're just waiting to see. Are you okay? No. What's wrong? Over it. I'm getting sleepy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I gotta edit this vlog when I get home, and I gotta do that hair video. You said what? You gonna study all day?
I'm